Why do you care about school? Now, I'm a dropout. I do business. I don't need school. But I'm not telling you to drop out. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to ask you, why do you care about school? Literal question. Think in your head, why do you care about school? Especially if one of those kids were like, well, I have a 4 GPA, guys. This is great. Especially if one of those kids. Why do you care about school? Now, a lot of responses would be, well, I want to get into a good college and, make money. I want to get a good job. It's like, okay, well, what do you want to study for? What degree do you want to get there? It's like, most people would be like, well, I don't know yet. That's the problem, okay? This is something that needs to be thought about. Because think about it. You can either spend a lot of time studying, unless you're a butterfly, like I was. My grades were really good before I dropped out. And I didn't study. I'm just smart. But, no, most kids, to get good grades, need to study a lot. So, assuming you're spending all this time studying, you should have a clear goal at the end of it that's more than just saying, well, I'm going to go to college and get a good job. What job? What degree? And this is important because I was talking to somebody, and he said his goal was to be a surgeon, have a nice life, family, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, well, what are you doing to get there? And he was talking about how he plays video games all day. So clearly he's not going there, but he was like, well, I get good grades at school. But does that really fully align with your goal? Like, yeah, getting good grades in school will help. But wouldn't it be even more helpful if you learned about whatever surgeons do? So it'd be easier when you get there at the time? Or learn more effective studying methods? Or do anything to get better grades or get yourself there? Because a lot of people, what they do is they say college, good job as a cop out. It's an excuse not to elaborate further. It's an excuse not to try harder. Because if you said something like, I want to be a lawyer, well, couldn't you start studying law right now? What's stopping you? A lot of kids around my age, I'm 17, they say, oh, well, like, for example, like, oh, well, I want to be a lawyer. Well, how much do you know about law? Well, it's like they don't really think about what they actually want. So, as I always say, if you actually want to improve yourself, if you actually want to move forward, you have to set a point B, okay? Because without it, it's like driving a car and you don't know where you want to go. You're just steering the wheel. Oh, well, this road might take me here. This road's gonna mean you might go to a dead end. You might drive to some great place. Who knows? Like a feather in the wind. But when you have that point B set, your actual destination, you actually know how to drive the car. So if you're in school and you care about school, or even if you don't care about school, this is something you should think about as well. Think about why. Why do I care about school? What do I actually want to do? Okay, college, good job. What job? What major? What degree? Whatever the hell it's called. What do I want to do after that? Keep going. Keep going. Set your point B. And then you have no excuse not to work towards it. You do that and you see, well, I want to be a lawyer. Okay, learn about law. Stop playing video games. Learn about law. Well, but I like video games. You don't actually want to get to your point B at that point. That's fine. Not everyone's cut out to be a specimen, as myself. Not everyone's cut out to do it. But you have to admit, don't be the guy who says, well, I really want to be a lawyer. I really want to do this. I really want to do that. But I still play video games. I don't really study that much because, it's fun. Don't be that guy. Just say, I'm a secretary. I play video games instead of wanting to reach my life goal. Instead of doing what's necessary to reach my life goal. I just play video games instead. Do that or say, I don't play video games. I am doing what I need to reach my life goal. Those are two positions. Don't play in the middle. Because that's called being a little... having erectile dysfunction. That's what it's called. Then being on this side is just called being a secretary/loser. Then being on this side is actually being a specimen such as myself. So, if you're in school, actually think about why. Why are you in school? What do you want to do? Are you doing everything necessary to do what you want to do? These are important questions. And the truth is, school isn't going to ask you these questions. They just want you to be some burger flipper at McDonald's because that's how society works. We need a bunch of burger flippers so the real specimens can go to the drive-thru and order a burger so you can, the little losers can flip them, or seconds can flip them. Now, I know some people are like, well, not all people who go to McDonald's have a job or second skills, blah, blah, blah. There's a difference between just having a job at McDonald's and being a burger flipper. Being a burger flipper is having that be that's all you're worth. Your only worth in society is being a burger flipper. Now, it's a different thing if you want to, you go to McDonald's for a little bit to make some extra money, start a business. That's not being a burger flipper. Being a burger flipper is that's your goal. That's your life. You flip burgers. That's all you can do. You have no other skills, nothing else interesting about you, just flip burgers. That's what school wants for you. So realize that, and then know that you need to game the system. You need to play your cards right. Because if you just follow the system right where it leads, right where it wants you, you're going to end up being a burger flipper. So if you're going to use school as a tool to get where you want, you need to know how it works. You need to understand that you need to really set that point B and work towards that point B. You can't just go with the flow. Because you go with the flow, you're going to end up being a burger flipper. Didn't expect to go on that tangent in this video, but that's actually an important one. What I just said is very important, just like everything else I said. Think about why you care about school.